Zdravete. This is Josh Friedman coming to you from deep inside the mountains of southwest Bulgaria. Dnes Asam Tuka, Asam Verila Monastery. The Rila Monastery is what you see around me. I'm inside the fortified walls of at least what I consider Bulgaria's Palace of Culture. The communists built a so-called National Palace of Culture in Sofia, but that's a fairly Orwellian name. This place has been here since the 10th century, when Saint Ivan Rilsky was living up in a cave not too far from here, preaching to his followers, getting close to God, and practicing his form of isolationism. Since then, this place has survived about 500 years of Ottoman rule and a half-century of communist times. The Turks torched the place several times, and the communists sent the monks packing because the Ministry of Culture said that they were bad for tourism. But the monks are back in full force, and the Rila Monastery is still here, and it is open to tourism, and I'll give you a little look at the place. It is absolutely magnificent. That is the church in the middle, and next to it, to the left, is the 14th century bell tower. There's actually a brick that says 1335. It is the oldest remaining part of the monastery. You can see a little bit up above, the place is surrounded by these beautiful mountainsides of dense tree canopies, and you can't see from here, but there are snow-capped mountains, and we'll get you a little bit of a picture of that in a minute. The hiking around here is pretty incredible. You can hike to Ivan Rilsky's hermitage and his cave where he used to live and preach, and his tomb is there, and there's plenty to see. But here in the monastery, I'll show you right now the eastern wing where I stayed last night. This is what was rebuilt by the communists. As you can tell, it's more bland than the rest of the monastery that has that classic black and white pattern. But this place, it truly is Bulgaria's center of culture, or at least its historical cultural center. It's where Bulgarians have been coming for centuries, for a place of worship, also for healing and for education. Before there were universities in Bulgaria, this was the educational center of the country, and it dates all the way back to students going up into the mountains in the 10th century to learn from Saint Rilsky. I think there's a lot of learning still to be done by coming here. I don't know if Bulgarians come here for political wisdom, but I think Rilsky left a little bit of that. When he was writing his will or his final book or whatever you call it, he left messages to Bulgarians, and one of them was to rely not on kings, but to rely on God. I don't know if God is going to save Bulgaria, but I do know that kings and sultans and party leaders, none of the above, have been saviors. Maybe God will do it. I do not know. But what I do know is that if you are in the region, you should pay a visit to this place. It is quite magnificent. And for now, do vijdane, otrila, ciao and goodbye.